Okay, so now that you have the pre-approval, what do you do with it? Where do you go? Who's on your team? What do you do with that information? So you have your lender, okay. Then you have your realtor,
Right.
possibly an attorney if you have an attorney state.
Right.
Okay, so these are the important people, right?
I think so.
Yeah, me too. I've been doing this a while. I think it's important. So now that you have the pre-approval, it's important to introduce your lender to your real estate agent if you have found one, because you basically want to have a team environment. You want people that have your back throughout the process and that need to be in communication with each other on your behalf. So the next step is, once you get pre-approved, is to find the real estate professional, the realtor, that's going to help you buy the home that you're looking for.
Where do I find them?
Well, you can find them either referred to you by a lender, like Getaway. We have a list of people that are in the area that are considered experts, that have high reviews. You can go to Zillow, you can go to Trulia, you can find agents on a number of different ways.
What if my cousin's an agent? They just got licensed.
You can use your cousin. That's always possible. We usually like to see that homeowners or home buyers are looking to buy a home with someone that is a seasoned professional that actually is an expert in the areas that they're looking for. Lenders, you can have a statewide lender, but for real estate, it's really helpful to find someone that is an expert in the towns or in the areas that you're looking to buy.
Okay. Why?
Well, because they know the area the best, so they can help you negotiate the right price, find the right house to see if it's priced well, condition, neighborhoods, schools. They can tell you if this is the good side of town, the bad side of town, the place where maybe they live themselves, and so they can tell you the ins and outs so that you don't make a decision that you regret. And your cousin might have the intentions that you want, the right intentions, but maybe not the expertise, or maybe they do. So you do your homework. You basically do your homework to find the right agent that'll work on your behalf.
And an easy way to do that, by the way, is to go into Zillow, click agents, type in a zip code, and all the agents that have the highest reviews could pop up for that specific town. And then interview them. Don't just go with the first agent that you speak to. Talk to a couple of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to send you checklists and questions on what to ask these agents. And based on their answers, how to make sure that you have the right agent that's representing you. But reviews are huge. And we all have cousins and family members and friends that are real estate agents, but that doesn't mean they're going to be the right one to represent you for literally your number one transaction when it comes to an overall expense that you're going to have per month. There's a lot of home buyers that regret the decision of making a home. Let's not be one of them. So the more research you do on the agent, the better of a professional that you have that's representing you, the better of a decision you'll make at the end. The ultimate goal is to not regret it. Team player.
Team player.
Definitely team player. What about attorneys? Because I know everybody keeps saying attorneys are considered deal killers in the real estate transaction.
Well, yeah, I mean, the attorney matters, depends. You're in New Jersey, a lot of people use attorneys on the buy side, so, you want to deal with someone that's specific on the real estate attorney, not a civil divorce attorney, like, oh yeah, he deals. Trial attorneys are not good real estate attorneys, so you want to have someone that really works well in the real estate world and also works well with real estate agents and lenders, because we're basically creating a team. We're going to be the Avengers of your home buying process, essentially. So you want Iron Man, you want you want the Hulk, you want everyone that you think is going to be important in
the Hulk.
I can be the Hulk. But
he's not the Hulk.
So you want someone that's going to play well with you. That's always going to have your interest in mind, and that's why building this kind of team around you that always has your best interest, that has experience, is going to bring you home, and that's the bottom line.
So bottom line, Google real estate attorney near me, and you'll get a list of them. Or ask your lender for a recommendation on somebody that specializes in real estate law. Or ask your realtor, because the realtors, if they've been in the business long enough, they do have preferred attorneys that they do work with that they can recommend. But okay, so we got the real estate agent out of the way, we got the attorney out of the way.
Yeah.
What about the inspector?
The inspector comes in once you find a house and you're under contract. The inspector is the person that's going to check out the condition of the house for you to make sure that it's not falling apart, that it doesn't have any major issues that might make this house really different for you for the price that you're paying for it. So
Termite damage, mold. What else?
Structural damage, whether the appliances are working, whether there's holes that have been covered up by a carpet, anything like that could be considered something that is important for you to value the condition of that home. So that usually comes in after you come under contract, and it's part of the contingency, as we call it, in the contract that says, hey, I'm going to do an inspection on this house, so you're going to find the right inspector. That's usually either that's sometimes referred by the lender or by the realtor, by the attorney, or you could just, shop for, on Google for real estate inspectors near you and find, and ask a couple about what's important to them. All right, so now that we have the inspector covered, who else is left?
The appraiser.
Oh, the appraiser, yes. The appraiser is the one that is on our side, on the lender side.
Yeah, on the borrower side as well too.
Oh, yeah. So what does the appraiser do?
Well, appraiser goes out to inspect the property, and he does a market valuation report of what that property's true value really is. Are you overpaying for the property? Are you underpaying for the property? Based on the comps and sold comps in the area, the appraiser is going to come up with a report showing you exactly what other homes are selling for and what the value, the true value of your property is. But it is an opinion. And sometimes these appraisals come in a little bit shorter. They come in a little bit over. But it is a great report to have, and you need to have it during the mortgage process, especially if you're trying to obtain a mortgage. But even if you're buying a property in cash, it's really important to know what the value of the home is. So I would always get an appraisal no matter what.
So an appraiser essentially puts a value to the property that you're buying.
Right.
Okay. And so now you have the appraiser, just to recap. So we have your lender, the real estate agent, the inspector,
Right.
and the appraiser.
Right.
The appraiser determines the value of the property based on what you're buying it for, so that you have an idea of what the home is worth.
Correct.
For both the mortgage side, so that we know what's the collateral of the loan,
Right.
and for the buyer to know what it's worth.
Right.
Okay? Sounds like we got the team, the Avengers.
The Avengers.